Hi guys, hello. Oops. Today I am going to talk to you guys about choosing, okay, about choices that we are making, and it's very important because um, nails by Sabella knife. Um, I just got a message about how choices of everyday lives are determining how we feel. Okay, whatever you choose, it's obviously your decision. Okay, and you are going to be the one who's going to bear the results and the consequences of your choices. However, it's not only you who is affected. Okay, because if you choose poorly, everybody around you will be um, experiencing things that you are experiencing as well. Okay, so the more choices you make that are going to be pro growth, pro expansion, pro um, positivity, which in terms of just giving you support and making things better and making things the way you want them to be, the better you're going to feel inside out. Okay, the better you're going to have. The better your energy is going to be, the better quality and the better what's that? Gee. Um, the better frequency you're going to hit. Okay, the higher frequency. So the high frequency energies are the ones that are good for our bodies, that are good to feel. Okay, so anything on that scale of high frequency would be something that you just love doing, love looking at. Okay, and you have to think to yourself as well that some things your body will always tell you whether the choice that you made is good or not. Okay, that's why it's so important to pay close attention to your body, because if you are watching things that are horrifying, if you're talking about things and just keep on replaying things in your head that are horrifying or are not pleasant, or you're just talking about someone, or you're talking about some people's diseases, people's or your own, people's dramas, people's quarrels, arguments, and stuff like that. These are the things that are not bringing you anything pro expansive, pro growing. Okay, and you basically want to become a certain person. Your our collective purpose is to create ourselves. Okay, it's to create the environment for ourselves, the to the best quality that there is. Okay, and if your quality of choices that you are making is going to be poor, the environment that you're going to create around yourself is going to be poor. And the environment, that's why it's everybody's responsibility. It's your responsibility to become the best version of you, because you are not the only person who's taking on the consequences of your choices. Everyone around you that you are connected with, they are experiencing your energetic field too. So if you have a lot of trauma inside of your energetic field, if you have a lot of sadness, a lot of anger, a lot of jealousy, a lot of viciousness, and and all the negative non-supportive, because they are non-supportive, low frequency vibrational energies, you are going to affect other people and yourself. You are probably going to be more and more ill if you carry on into that negative spiral. I call it negative so that you know what I'm talking about. Okay, there is no negative and positive, really. It's just experience, right? But if you experience it's repeating itself all the time, and you are repeating a harmful pattern all the time, you are making yourself ill, and by doing that, you also affecting other humans that are close to you. Okay, so you obviously want to have your family and your friends healthy, sound, and happy, right? So, in order to do this, in order to achieve that, in order to have your family, friends happy, healthy, and joyful and smiling, you need to be like this yourself. Okay, just because you are vibing out, and the reason you're probably watching this is just because you are drawn to stuff like this, and you know that you are the more powerful person. Okay, because it affects. There are some people that have a very strong aura. Okay, so these are the ones that stand out. Okay, these are the empaths. They are the clearers. Okay, that they're drawn. Like people get drawn to them, right? Because you're an empath, so you can sense somebody else's illness. You can sense somebody else's trauma, and it often happens that you attract people like that because they naturally, they know, they can sense that you can help them because you are the person who's got aura that heals them. Okay, but in order to become a person who's got a healing energy aura, okay, you need to heal yourself in the first instance. Okay, so you just need to remember how important that is. You cannot heal yourself by adding on top of whatever you have, because you obviously have parental trauma, you have generational trauma, you have traumas from your own childhood or whatever of your young life, your past experiences. And if you don't actually tidy it up in your energetic field and you don't actually feel through this, you're not going to agree to this, you're not going to cuddle it and then acknowledge that that has happened to you and that it's okay to move on regardless of what happened to you, then that means that you are not ready to become that purposefully living human, because you need to I suppose you can do it simultaneously, work on yourself and live your purpose life and then just all carry on and grow and expand and find and look for the answers and ask you questions and then heal one by one and tackling your shadow and acknowledging your shadow. But if you get stuck, if you are unaware of what you need to do, then you might struggle and it's going to take slower for you to go forward. Okay, and it can be all easy. Okay, so well, I'm actually just addressing this video to people who are healers mainly, and they know that they have a ability that is supernatural, but because they are naturally drawn to certain things that are just beyond the physical, and they might not understand how the process is done. Okay, so choices are the first ones that are so important. Okay, the choices that you have to pay attention to day by day, minute by minute of your day. Okay, so let's say that you choose whatever you choose to eat in the morning. Okay, what do you choose to think about in the morning? What do you choose to listen to in the morning? What do you choose to talk about in the morning is going to determine on how your day is going to be. Okay, so the better quality and the more, sorry guys, it's just so bright. I think just sensitivity, I just got really sensitive to the light, so I just need to move myself away from it. Okay, bear with me. That's better. Okay, that's like a mother-daughter mess. Yeah. Okay. Choices. I came across the other day conversation that I had, and it was so difficult for me because I like to sort of let people express themselves the way they want to express themselves. But sometimes the way people express themselves in front of me is harmful to me. Okay, and I need to sort of set the boundary here. I sometimes have to show people or just tell people or gently let them know that something that they are just about to do, that I sense that they are going to do, or that what they are doing is just not what I appreciate. And I don't like situations like this, obviously, because I don't naturally like confrontations. I don't see reason why we should be just arguing all the stuff. But sometimes it's necessary, especially in my case, to say that there are certain things that I am not prepared to listen to, and I'm not prepared to watch, and I'm not prepared to talk about, because they are going to hurt me. Okay, and they are going to hurt my energetic field. So That is virtually, if you, I'll give you an example, okay? If you choose to talk, think, and watch things and aspects to do with somebody else's suffering, that you are basically maltreating yourself, ill-treating yourself, okay? This is torturing your own energetic field, and that's self-harm, okay? Anything that is to do with watching, talking about suffering, other people suffering, other people, and especially in details about children's children's illnesses, things that make you cringe, that you might not even know that you are cringing while you're talking about stuff like that. Things about diseases, open wounds, stuff like this. I see and I know people that actually just watch it on a daily basis, and I was one of them as well, just watching series about hospitals and stuff like that, about people being operated and so on and so on, and programs about police chases and stuff. The reason why I am so sensitive is just to show people how harmful and how self harming that is when you choose these things to be a part of your day, to be a part of your routine every day, because your senses, they are they have more than one function. They have more than this function that you know about, okay, that you just walk around all day and just need them, okay? You just need your eyesight to see what you're doing. You need your touch to be able to recognize what you are touching, and you need to communicate. So you need your voice, you need your hearing in order to communicate with other people. But there is also a function of your senses that you might not be aware of if you are not tuned into energy that strongly, and you're not receptive to energy as much as I am. So I can tell you that your senses, they are also a channel through which you are feeding your subconscious mind, okay? And your subconscious mind is just like your body, okay? But only you can't see it, okay? Is just there, is a part of you. Your physical body and your mind is all connected. And subconscious mind, I would call it emotional body, is fed by the channels that are your senses, okay? So anything that you look at and anything that you like read, anything that you hear, anything that you talk about, and anything that you surround yourself with, they're all your choices, and they are all going to determine what your subconscious mind, your emotional body, is going to be fed with, okay? So make the right choices, because you are feeding your emotional body, your emotional, gentle, delicate body, your subconscious mind, that then produces beliefs and thoughts that then create your reality, because they lead you to decisions and actions. You feed your subconscious mind using your senses every single day. And those choices, they are so important, okay, for you. So you need to make them wisely. You need to make wise choices, okay? So I'll give you an example. Somebody was just about to talk to me about something that I know was going to be brutal, and I knew it was going to be very unpleasant to hear about, to listen to, because it's going to be something to do with someone harming themselves, basically. And I knew that this story is going to be, just in a minute, presents to me in a very, very detailed way. And I'm glad that I am intuitive, so I could have, so I sense that this is just about to happen, and I asked that person to not carry on with that conversation, to not carry on with this story, to not carry on telling me what is going to happen or whatever they heard or saw, because I knew that that choice, if I chosen to listen to that, that would present bad, sort of unpleasant and harmful pictures inside of my mind that I would then find very hard to remove and forget about, okay? Because things like that cling to me. I am sensitive to, like every person, to other people's suffering, but if there is nothing I can do about the suffering in order to help, then that means that I don't really need to hear about this. I don't need to watch these things. Okay, if there's something I can do, somebody's suffering, and I can go out there and physically help them, then that is not going to affect me as much as it would be just by. Is everything all right?
Yeah, Dusty's just having a hard time.
All right. Okay, that's a cat. Righty ho. It sounded a little bit, dangerous. What was I saying? I can't help. If I can't help, then I don't need to know. Okay. And what we accept as normal is that we watch it nevertheless. Okay. It is pointless to watch news. Okay, because you are feeding your subconscious mind with something that is generating fear and anxiety, and at the same time, there's nothing you can do about this. So, I mean, you can choose to flick the switch off and then say, well, I'm not watching this, I'm going to watch something else, I'm going to read a book of my choice that is going to give me something, learning something, or just go for a walk and then enjoy the nature, whatever. But if you get to choose and then you make that choice, there seems to be a lot of disruption today with this video. And my irritation level today is very high. And I wonder when I'm going to break today. And who's going to get it? That's going to be a surprise. If you choose to watch certain things that are going to generate fear and anxiety because they are the ones that are designed that way, then don't be surprised that you are going to suffer from anxiety. Okay, that's why there is no way that when you take a tablet, anti-anxiety tablet, that is going to help you with your anxiety if you carry on choosing watching the things that are generating fear and anxiety. Okay, because on top of what you already have and you've never even processed, because it's not natural to watch things all the time that generate fear and anxiety, you are adding up to it by choosing your films, by choosing your programs, by choosing what you're reading. Okay, thrillers, horrors, sensational drama, all the things that generate a lot of cruelty, a lot of violence and anger and fear and anxiety. They're there, they're available, just like things on the shelves in the shop. They are available. Okay, so you have to make choices, because you can go out there and buy yourself the most unhealthy things there are to eat because they are tasty, they're sweet or salty, but you know that if you eat it all the time, you're going to hurt yourself, right? The same with choices when it comes to other senses. The same with choices of watching and then talking about certain topics that are generating cringy feelings. Don't do this. Step away from this. Tell other people that you don't want to talk about this. It's okay not to talk about certain things. It's okay not to listen to endless shit, because people will give you they will dump all the rubbish that they have inside of their subconscious minds that they're watching all the time, and they will allow themselves to dump it on you. Okay, so you have to stop people from dumping their verbal diarrhea on you. Okay, if you know that this person is just draining you by talking shit to you all the time, walk away from it and tell them to stop, or just walk away from it. You don't have to listen to anyone who is telling you drama, who's talking to you about negativity, you know what I mean, in a sense where something is cringy, something that makes you feel like, oh, you, on one hand, there is that part inside of you that would probably want to hear this as a I don't know, as a part of this, just being curious. But if you know that it affects you that bad that you will then generate fear and anxiety out of your body, then why choose this? then why not choose to go out with a person who's going to give you a lot of positive feelings, a lot of high frequency energy that will make you feel amazing. Okay, you've got the choice. You can choose who you talk to, you can choose what you talk about, you can choose what you read about, you can choose what you watch, what you listen to, and so on and so on, because sometimes it's best to just choose an audiobook of your own choice over something on telly. You know, I mean, there is so many ideas that you can just come up with if you want to make things right for you, especially when you are a sensitive person. Okay, because some people maybe just not as sensitive and they don't understand that it affects them anyway. They just don't feel it as hard as the sensitive ones. That's why they have the sensitive ones to actually observe them and say like, okay, it affects them quite badly. That means that it might not be really good for me either. Okay, this is why empaths are here as well. So if you are an empath, you also have a purpose, and so that people take your example. Okay, and that is another reason why you should be even wanting more of that responsible lifestyle of leading this responsible lifestyle, when you don't poison yourself with the things that are available out there. Because yes, they are available, but so what? You don't have to choose them. Okay, so make sure you choose wisely, make sure you choose nice things, good things for you. You know that they're going to expand you, you know they're going to help you grow and improve your life and create your life into something that you really want to build, because that's what you ultimately why we're here for. We're here to create our lives, and we're here to create our environments in such way that they are going to bring us growth, but also affect other people in a positive way, so that they can take our examples and so that we can lead their way if they feel a little confused still. So if you're an empath who's already awakened out of the matrix of 3D, which is quite heavy topic because it's very controversial, and then you know that there is a life beyond what we were presented by mainstream media. Then you should also know that you are one of the leaders who is going to have to take on that role of a person who's leading by their own example. Okay, who you are not going to. I know that at the beginning of awakening stage, you have the urge of fixing everybody and giving everyone sort of directions and advice on how things you should be. But it only creates extra anxiety. And I know that from my own experience. It only creates extra sort of frustration, because people will only see you and do the things that you want them to do when they are ready. Okay, so the only thing you can do right now, being an empath who's just awakened themselves from a 3D matrix and going into the metaphysical, you can just work on yourself more, meet your shadow, be gentle with yourself, have compassion for everything that is going on. Remind yourself every day that the experiences that you are going through, they are only experiences and they never last forever. Okay, expect the positive things to happen to you all the time. Expect the things. I have a very good example, and I've been saying that to many of my friends and clients. When you like when you sometimes think to yourself like, well, today I'm just going to be looking when I'm driving, and we have this little game with my daughter, like, let's look out for gray cars or for yellow cars, something that is rare, okay, because you don't often see a yellow car. Then all of a sudden, after a while, when you concentrate on it, it will start appearing in front of you, because this is something that you focus your attention on and you expect, okay? And that's what energy works like, basically, with everything else, okay? So whatever you are going to decide on that day that you're going to want to see and be presented with, it will, when you persist it, and when you carry on focusing and keep it at the back of your head that today you want to experience the good things. I wonder how many surprises I'm gonna get today. Just like on your birthday, make your every day a birthday party, a birthday day party. Yeah, why not? Why not? Celebrate your every day, celebrate your life. Then you expect the things that you know that are going to happen for you in a nice way. They're going to unfold in front of you in the way you want. Obviously, in a little surprising and unexpected way, but always you're going to get what you are expecting to get from life. Not expecting in a attached way where you are going to be unhappy if certain things aren't going to happen. It's just the things that you're likely going to still be okay if nothing happens, because that would be all right anyway. Because you are not going to cry if you don't see a yellow car on that day. You just expect that you're gonna want to see a yellow car, and then you're going to see it sooner or later, okay? But you are not attaching yourself, and you are not defining your happiness or yourself by seeing that, okay? And did I say it right? You are not, your life is not determined by you, whether you've seen a yellow car or not, okay? I mean, your life is still carrying on, and you're still a human being, so it's the same with every other situation, okay? So just like disattachment, emotional disattachment from experiences, is going to be a part of your journey as well if you're an awakened empath. And I suggest you work on it more and more and more, because that is helping you loads in this process, okay? In the process of clearing the trauma and meeting your shadow, working with your shadow, so that you can finally start manifesting and finding your purpose, and just doing whatever you're supposed to be doing, and enjoying yourself at the same time, okay? And leading a happy and healthy life. That's the message for today. That's what I wanted to pass on to you guys. I don't know how it came out. I'm sure it has come out all right, as always, because the message is a divine little beautiful message. I love those messages, and I like to be a part of it. I'm really proud, and I'm really honored that I can be the one who is passing them on, okay? Because I am a messenger here. I'm only being used as a little vessel, so that I can present things that needed to be heard by someone who's watching it right now, okay? So I wish you all the best. Have an amazing day. Have an amazing rest of the day. And I love you. Take care.